Hey guys, this is James, and welcome to a special edition of the Rambling Dasher. I know from a visual perspective you won't be able to tell a difference, but it is a Saturday, and we're doing a special Saturday Dash, which I don't normally do. So we just had some time that we're gonna try to catch up a little bit on some dollar amounts that we did not get to this week. So our goal is $300 and we didn't quite get there, so I'm gonna shoot for $60 today, which will put me back up over like 350 or right at 350. So that's the goal anyway. We're gonna dash from like 11 to 3:30 and just see what happens on a Saturday. I can tell you, I've started the app and it has not made a peep. It's asking me to opt in for delivering groceries, and I will not do that. Now, one thing I will tell you is I've got a notification here from DoorDash, and it says something like, let's see, it says, "We noticed that you recently received an unfair customer rating for reasons out of your control. We have moved this from impacting your overall customer rating. Keep up the great work." Well, there you go. Who knew? I got people sitting behind me while I'm talking on here. So anyway, so just to kind of give a heads up about DoorDash, where I am so far. So I'm going to go to those ratings. I haven't looked at them today because I know sometimes the ratings updates overnight, and so the acceptance rate, I'm at 89. It'll be a while before those go back up because I hit 7 in a row one night, all within a minute. Last week, so or earlier this week. I think it was on Monday night. So still can rant about that, but I'm gonna try not to. So the completion rate is still at 99%. On time or early is 92, and I dropped that from 93 to 92 2 or 3 weeks ago, and for the life of me, forever that thing has been set at a steady 93, and then it dropped to 92. So I don't know. Customer rating 5.0. Deliveries in the last 30 days is 145, and lifetime deliveries is 2704, and that hasn't really updated in a few days. So, which I didn't dash yesterday, but I did. So this week I dashed Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the goal each day was $100, and I got 100 on Thursday. And I was thinking I was gonna get like 120 to 150 because it was going good early. I was going at a good $25 an hour clip for the first 3 hours, and then in the last 3 hours, yeah. I've always had this theory that DoorDash, if they perceive that you're doing good, they will throttle you somehow, some way. And yeah, I got throttled. I got throttled pretty hard to where I ended up, I had $75 after the 3 hours, and the rest of the night I got $27. So in 3 more hours I got $27 more. So yeah, so it kind of sucks in that regard, but I broke out with 102, and yeah, so that was Thursday night. So today we're sitting here, we driving past all the best places, and it's as though nothing is turned on. So I'll give you my earnings. Right now is at $2.80.26, and So yeah, that's not too bad. So here's the deal: is the month of May and part of June, I took a month off, and we went and worked out of Portugal because I work remote. So we just got an apartment in Portugal in Lisbon and stayed there for a month, and it doesn't allow me to dash, right? So we did. We took that off, but when I came back home, I knew it was going to be hard, and because I wouldn't have the status. And I'm a firm believer that in this town, I have to have status. There's a lot of influx of drivers from the big city that come here. Oversaturation of drivers just means that poor deliveries when you don't have status. And it could be that there's poor deliveries when you do on a Saturday. I don't know, because I still don't have an order yet, and I've driven all the way through town. So, I'm gonna drive down to the middle, which is a little intersection on the freeway that's got a lot of little Chili's and Buffalo Wild Wings and other little Taco Bell and a Dairy Queen, Zaxby's, and all that stuff I get orders from every once in a while. So I'll drive past that one, do the drive by there, and then I'll go on down to the next town. They're all within about 8 to 10 minutes of drive time. I'm not one for driving around, sit there and wait for a half hour just to see what I get. So yeah, I don't ever do that. I can't. I don't feel like I feel like doing that would be like going hunting, of which I'm not. I went as a kid and I just was totally bored sitting out there waiting, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. So anyway, I am going to save you guys the boredom of watching me eat today. So I did bring along some what did I pack in here? It looks like we have some carrots, almonds, cherry tomatoes, and blueberries. So I'm gonna take some snacks real quick, and then we'll be right back whenever we get our first order. So yeah, we'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, I got an order for a little place called Lost Pizza in Benton, and we are on our way to pick it up right now. We're almost there. So I think it was $5.75 for, I didn't see the mileage, so it might get me on that, but we'll see. So we're gonna run in and pick this up, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, let me see. I picked up the pizza. Looks like we're headed back on the freeway. Where am I gonna go? Oh yeah, on the south side of the freeway. So I gotta go across the freeway and get back going towards towards Bryant. Says it's about 10 minutes away. So traffic is a little bit busy today going into the lunch hour. So anyway, I am going to eat some more snacks for lunch, and we'll be back after we drop this off. All right, guys. 38 minutes on my first delivery for $5.75. It was $3.25 plus $2.50 on the tip. So And they just added a $2 extra tip. So very nice of them to do that. Very nice. So I'm going to send them another little message here. Thanks for the extra. Much appreciated. Exclamation. Send. Boom. 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 Return to dash. Alright. Now I gotta get out of this place. I got I'm sitting over here in the wrong lane. On the wrong side of the road and trying to get out because people just are flying up through here. Alright. Alright, so we're sitting at 575 and we're shooting for 60 in let's see, about 3.5 more hours. So it could be done. It's not looking all that great because if I just get $5 every 30 minutes, that's gonna be about I can't do math today, so $40. Which $40 would put me over my weekly goal of 300, but it just greatly diminishes every other thing that I want is, you know, to get 20 bucks an hour. I rarely ever get $20 an hour. I might start out getting 20, like the other night I was getting about 25 an hour, and then, but the throttle set in. So, anyway. Alright, I'm gonna drive back towards town. We're a little bit, oh, we just got another order. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one. It's another $5 one. It's a little bit of mileage to it, but we'll grab it just because the orders are slow today. And for Chick-fil-A. So I'm gonna go pick this up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have picked up the food. We are headed to a library to deliver this, so I am headed that way. It says it's 4 minutes away. I don't know where there's a library around here, but we're fixing to find out. Where's this taking me? I don't know. Alright, maybe I'll figure it out once I get... Huh. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go deliver this and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. We're up to $12.75 and it's been about an hour and 10 minutes. I just didn't accept an order for $4.25 for 11 miles, so I let it slide down, and here's one for $7 for 3 miles. I will accept. It says it's a high paying order, so looks like we're going to Sonic. Now here's a little story for my last delivery at Chick-fil-A. Was I was all the way down in Bryant and I get an order for Chick-fil-A, which is not that far away. And I was like, alright, so I start going towards it, but everywhere I went, the map kept telling me to make a U-turn, and it kept getting farther and farther away. I was like, what is going on here? Turns out it was the Chick-fil-A at Otter Creek. So I had to go 12 minutes from where I was when there was a Chick-fil-A right there. So this is what I do feel like right now. There's not that many drivers out, at least down here. If they're taking me 12 minutes away to a Chick-fil-A when there's one about 2 minutes away, that just means there's not drivers down this area. So they sucked me down here. Now I'm stuck. All right, I'm gonna run into the Sonic and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we have picked up this Sonic order and we are headed that way. It says it's 2.4 miles. It's in an apartment for 5 minutes, so not too bad. So we're gonna get up there, get this thing delivered, and see where we can end up on today. So I'll be right back after we drop this off. Alright guys, we just handed that delivery off. I don't know if we've taken a picture yet because it seems like everybody's like come out to get it, but maybe I took one picture, I can't remember now. But anyway, I'm up to 1975 after an hour and 20 minutes. It says I've delivered 3 out of 4 offers, or offers accepted 3 out of 4. This one was $250 plus a $4.50 tip, and it says your platinum status gave you priority for this offer. Oh, well, thank you. Continue dashing. So almost $20 in an hour and 20 minutes. All right, so let's see if we can get some more that are relatively decent orders without a lot of mileage. What was that? One was like $4 for 12 miles, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do that one. So it's hot today. It was not as hot as it has been, but I think it's because it's still a little early. It's just like 12:30 here, so it'll probably blow up a little bit more. But it is overcast, or I don't know if you would call it overcast, but there's a lot of clouds out there that's blocking the sun coming through. So I mean, the rays are coming through, but the sun is blocked to some extent. I don't know if it's supposed to rain or not. It just looks like your normal 20 to 30% chance of thunderstorm in the state of Arkansas every day during the summer. So I'm sure it's raining somewhere, but at any given time. But as the afternoon heats up, these clouds will turn into storms at some point, I would predict. For the most part, I think this weekend for me is just going to be fairly low key. Other than this DoorDash, where I will say we watched we binged The Diplomat this week. I think we started it last weekend. There's 8 episodes in season 1 and maybe only 6 episodes in season 2, but we watched the 2 seasons of that, and very, very good show, I have to say. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, left with a huge cliffhanger. So very much anticipating season 3 coming out in the fall on Netflix. So that was really good. I enjoyed it. A lot of moving parts, and if you aren't paying attention, so if you, I will tell you this: if you're playing on your phone while you're watching this show, then you're gonna not know what's going on. I can promise you that, because I had to rewind it a few times and really put my phone down. So yeah, so it's basically a lady that is the diplomat, and she's supposed to be going on assignment in Kabul, however you say that. I think that's either in Afghanistan, maybe, to try to help people there, where she's really familiar with all the situations. So she's going to be the ambassador. And oh, I need to stay at this lane. No, I don't. I can stay. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing driving wise. So, but yeah, but at the last second, she gets pulled to be the ambassador to Great Britain. And she did not want to be there. She thinks it's just a fluff gig because nothing ever happens in Great Britain, right? Because they're our ally and everything. So, but you know, as soon as you say something like that, you know the crap is fixing to hit the fan. So, and it does. So it's really interesting. A lot of current day, what I would call current day events. You know, so much so is like Russia is in Ukraine already in this show, because it's fairly new and they wrote it in that way. But I really found it to be interesting, and a lot of U.S. politics, a lot of overseas and foreign policy kind of stuff going on there. It doesn't seem to be too much in the way of quote-unquote political or politicized. So that's where I kind of draw the line on a lot of shows, is I just get tired of the over politicalization of TV shows or movies, and I don't like. This is where I'm at. I want to be entertained. I don't want to be told what to think. So yeah, it's very to me it's entertaining and lots of moving parts, and you have the ability to think for yourself and come up with your own things instead of agenda driven and trying to get people to be swayed one way or the other. So I really hate either side that does that crap, like they do with the news. I do watch I don't really watch the news, but I do watch certain things, and I know they have agendas, and I know that going in. I don't always know on the news articles that get pumped into my phone. So a little game that I do is, who wrote this? You know, is it written? And you can usually tell by keywords in the title, right? When it says something that says like, I don't know, I can't think of it right now, but just basically if you see slanted words, then you don't know who wrote it, but you know what their agenda is. So I do read some that go for and against what my personal beliefs are, just so that I can kind of be, so that I can see things maybe from a different perspective, or know what is being said out in the world, right? Because I feel like it's important to know just different things and different mindsets, and this is where, from my perspective, if an article or a show is blatantly trying to sway your opinion by not giving you all the facts but just telling you all the negatives, right? I would much rather see like articles written by real journalists that say, hey, here's the pros, here's the cons, right? And my opinion doesn't matter. But we only see opinion pieces nowadays. We don't see news articles anymore. And no matter where you go for that stuff, a lot of people say, well, NPR or the BBC or this or that. Yeah, I don't know. I can find things in all of those places that are slanted one way or another. So it is what it is. So you just kind of have to be smart about it and weed out all the negative from either direction. You know, I can promise you, like, Fox News is not fair and balanced. But it's like Fox News is not as far right as some other places, but it's definitely got people on there that are you know, that are not fair and balanced, and that's okay, right? Because just like the other ones, and I don't think any of them nowadays claim to be anything other than opinion pieces. So that's kind of the hard thing in that regard, is I wish they would just give us the facts and let people use their own brains to make determinations of what to think, right? Anyway, it's basically just the dumbing of America is taking away those options for people and telling people what they should and shouldn't think, and not letting them make decisions on their own, or not letting them think of opinions of their own opinions, right? It's people who can lift themselves above and beyond and recognize that it's an opinion that can also make decisions or inform their own opinions based upon pieces that are designed to polarize them one way or another. So anyway, that's my little rant about that. We're back into Bryant, and I surprisingly did not get any orders coming out of Otter Creek area. So we're gonna just keep driving down through here, and fingers crossed something pops up. Maybe I'll drive down through town a little bit instead of just staying on the back highway. Get a little bit closer to the other side of the freeway, which I don't necessarily like to do, but sometimes you just want some money, right? Going by the pizza places, I'm scared to go to Papa John's because they really, if they're not busy, then you can make decent money at a Papa John's. But if they are busy, you are not going to make any money, because you may make money on one order, but it's going to take you, like I waited 40 minutes plus the other day for an $8 order, because they said, hey, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It never came. And it's like every time that dude was like, hey, your order's in the oven. You know, we had about 5 or 6 dashers sitting in there, and he pointed to me and one other girl and said, y'all's are coming up next. And yeah, they may have been next, but they were way down the list. And in that regard, it's just frustrating because we were nowhere close to being delivered. this is kind of sad that my phone has gone black 2 times with no orders. And I'm in a hot spot, so to speak. Whether it's hot or not, I don't know, but it says it's the red background, whatever that means. I am starting to feel the heat. It's getting warm. It is getting warm. So here goes this hat because it's too hot. I usually never get out of the house on Saturdays, but last Saturday we did a day trip up to Van Buren and rode the train and came back through Altus and ate at the Vitaker or whatever you call that place and had a good time, and then came back. This weekend we don't have any plans. The kids are gone to Japan, so we're just kind of hanging out, watching TV, and oh, good night. $2.50. I am not taking this order for Chick-fil-A for 3.7 miles. We are just gonna hit the decline button, and it drops me to 87. So I gotta stay above 70, so I got 17 more declines. I hate hitting the declines, but I have to every once in a while, and it turns around and pays off because I just got a 675 plus order for 2.6 miles that I will accept. And now I just got to get over there to that restaurant, so which means turning on this road, making a U-turn, and going back the other way. So I always get a little excited when you see that plus sign after the number. Lately, I can tell you it hasn't been that much. The biggest one I've had, and most recently anyway, was like $3.17. It said $10 plus, and then I got it and it was $13.17. So don't know how they come up with that number, but whatever. I was happy with the $10. I'll be happy with this $6.75 because it's only 2 or 3 miles. So not a bad deal. Now here's the deal with Tropical Smoothie. If they have any people in the drive-thru, and they have cars around the building, and they have cars in the parking lot, so we may not get our order in a timely manner, but we're gonna try. I think I will park over away from the front door and try to get some little bit of extra steps. All right, we will see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, so I've picked up this order, got it in the car, but here's the deal: is the app is acting cray-cray, so I can't get the GPS to pull up. So, and then I close all my apps, reopen DoorDash, and it just sits there. So I'm restarting my phone, and we'll see how that turns out. In the meantime, here's a little ad for our channel. So today's feature is the Lark water bottle. So I just have an affiliate link down below. It says the Rambling Dasher store, and inside that store you will find this Lark water bottle. And basically I have a Lark water bottle because I travel, and I got it specifically to go to other countries, and it has the little button at the top that shoots ultraviolet rays down into the water that kills bacteria. It also, if I were to use this, you can see right here there's a the thing inside there. I don't have it on today because the water I put in here was already filtered, but it has a filter straw that goes in there, so it comes in very handy. We just drank tap water all the time when we were in Portugal, so with no problems whatsoever. Just that little peace of mind. This water is a lot more expensive. This bottle is a lot more expensive just because of these features. I think it's somewhere around 110 to 100 and maybe 117 or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, the bottle is in the Rambling Dasher store. If you look in the description down below, much appreciated. If you feel like you want to check it out, then use that link. Here's the deal about our Amazon affiliate link is, and I did a little bit of research before I started using these, in that I did not want to use them if people got charged more than what I had to pay. And there's our GPS. Okay, so now it is working and I have to go back. Okay, there we go. So when I put it on there, I made sure that you and everyone else has the same prices that what I paid for it. I bought this through Amazon just because I can get it through Lark directly. Bought it off of Amazon just because of the Amazon return policy, and there's a Kohl's really close so that I can just take it to Kohl's and send it back if I needed to. But yeah, I really like the water bottle. So anyway, check it out if you want to. And so and any of the other stuff we have in there, we have a newer version of this microphone that I'm using. We have the car charger that's holding my phone and charging it. It's a wireless charger, so the charger's plugged in, and but I can take the phone in and out without having to plug it in and out, and plug the phone in every time, which I think for doing dashing is just a bonus, like icing on top of the cake, because before you have to plug the phone in every time. And here's the reality of when you start plugging your phone in every time, what happens over time? That the receiver of that plug gets worn out to where the charger no longer, the phone doesn't charge anymore, because when you plug your charger in, nothing ever happens, because that little metal receiver thing gets worn out, right? But if you're doing wireless charging, you just set it on there. You never plug your phone in and unplug it, plug it in, plug, unplug it, plug, you know. So there's none of that. There's no wearing that part out. You just kind of sit it on there and it charges wirelessly. I don't know, through magic or something, magnets or magic or something, I'm not sure. But anyway, those things and maybe some more things are down there in the Rambling Dasher store. So check that out. It doesn't cost you any extra if you want to purchase stuff on there, and would be greatly appreciated if you did, because we get a little bit of extra money that way, and it's a great way to support our channel. So with that, I'm gonna go deliver this food. It says 1.2 miles with 3 more minutes, and we will be right back trying to get some more orders after that. So see ya. All right, guys, we are now 1 hour and 54 minutes in. 4 out of 6 offers accepted. This one was, yeah, so $6.75 plus turned into $7. So 25 cents extras, which, you know, it's better than a poke in the eye, but still. It says your platinum status gave you priority for this offer. So, and it says it was $2 base pay with a $5 tip. So appreciate it very much. And we're back to dashing. So $26.75 puts us over the 300 mark. But I got 3.5 hours not 3.5, 2.5 more hours to go, just to see if we can get upwards of 350. So I think that would be a tough sell to get 350 when we are sitting at we were sitting at $280, and I might have had like $10 in extra tips and cash this week, but I can't remember. So we'll stick with the 280. So 280 plus whatever we have right now, which is 26. So that's 280, 306. So we're at 306. We need another $45 or so. Would be nice in the next 2.5 hours. $45. Yeah, that's pushing it to get $45, $50 in 2 hours. And we haven't seen, I think $7 maybe is the best order we've seen today. Not very good orders so far. So yeah, I keep hitting the screen, which puts the focus on a little dot. So hopefully the autofocus will kick in when I take that little dot off the screen. So all right, we're heading back into town. I don't know what we need to do, because we are not getting very good orders in this area today. So I may just drive on down and get on past Bryant and head down to Benton to see if anything's happening in Benton today, because I'm getting a lot of rinky-dink orders, which, you know, I think it happened on Monday night, where I had 14 deliveries and the biggest one was $9. I ended up with like $95 or something like that on Monday, and it was a lot of deliveries for that amount of money. I don't know what the averages is. Ideally, the average, the best, not the best, but you like to average about $10 an order. Not that it ever happens. It has happened, but usually the more orders you get, the less likely that it's going to happen, because you're going to get a $4, $5, $6 order, and every time you get one that's below $10, that means you have to have another one. So like if you got a $6, then that means you got to have a $14 one to balance it out. So it is what it is. So we just keep on plugging away and hope to get money. But yeah, I don't know, today seems to be a little bit on the slim side anyway, at least for this lunch. I'm hoping that this is where I don't know if people eat late lunches. It's not really, I don't know. I think there's not a lot of sports things going on, so people just ordering to sit around and watch sports or something. So I don't know either, or if people just order food to order food and not have to get out and deliver it. I don't know how that stuff works. Every once in a while I feel tempted to go order food, but then I never do, because I'll just get in my car and go get it. Because I don't feel like I have enough money to pay other people to get my food for me. And I understand some people are in such a way that maybe they've changed their lifestyle not to have a car, or they're not mobile as far as their health or something. So So I totally get that as well. But yeah, for me, it's one of those things that I choose not to spend my money on things that when I can just go do it. Now there's other things that I choose to spend money on where I could possibly do it, but I choose not to, like working on my car, or having my grass mowed. I don't want to do those things, so it's kind of a choice. But I live in a neighborhood that have very small yards, and the guy charges like $25 every couple of weeks, so it's not that big a deal. And I can't, it would be ineffective or not cost effective for me to buy all the equipment and have to maintain that equipment when I can get someone to do it for $25. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna own a lawnmower. Plus I don't have room for a lawnmower or a weed eater and all that fun stuff. I don't know if they, yeah, I think they have a blower too. I don't have all that stuff, and I don't want to maintain all that stuff. I hated doing all that stuff back in the day. Putting line in a weed eater. No, nobody wants to do that. So, anyway, I don't do it. I haven't done it since, it's been a good while. Probably more than 10 years now. Alright, hey, hold on, I'll be right back. Alright guys, we just got an order from Taco Bueno. I'm going to run inside and pick it up. It's not very a big order, but it had a pretty low mileage, so it'll work. So I'm gonna run in there. We'll catch you on the other side. Alright guys, we have our order loaded up, and we are headed out. It looks like we got to get on the other side of the freeway and head back. So here goes nothing. It says 1.6 miles in 5 minutes. So here we go. I don't know why these people want to just fly down through here. I think they're still doing like 70 miles an hour off the freeway. Now I got some numbnuts behind me honking at me trying to get out. He's still sitting there. So, yeah, all the joys of driving around. People think they know better than you. But, the story of my life, right? Someone always knows something more than you. I think it's more like someone else is always the problem instead of you. They never look at themselves. It's always someone else's fault. Always someone else's fault. Alright, now where? That's what I don't like about these apartments, is that I always miss this entrance every single time I'm driving down, and if you miss it, you're kind of screwed. But it's right on the access road, and it just sneaks up on you so fast, and if you're going too fast, there's no way you're going to make that turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn the blinkers on, because I know it's right up here somewhere. And it's there's a in and out lane, and usually you don't see it until you're at the in one, and then it's too late because you don't have an opportunity to go in the out lane, or if you do, then you better hope nobody's coming out. I think I've used that out lane a few times at night, in the middle of the night. This is one of those apartment communities with a golf course around it. Needless to say, the apartments used to be, maybe 20 years ago, were really nice. And today, not so much. Not so much. Okay. Now, the trouble is, I haven't been to these apartments in a good while. Are they taking me to the right address? Building number 30. I don't think it is taking me the right way. So, well, maybe. It did take me the right way. So here we are. Alright, I gotta go. I think I gotta go around. It's upstairs around back. No, I am on the back side because the front is around on the other road. Well, good. This is nice. Okay, I'm gonna go deliver this food and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we are at 3150. After, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours, and that dash was $4.75. It was a I think it was 225 dash and $2.50 tip. So, and it was relatively close, so that was not too bad. So let's go grab some more. Let's hopefully get some bigger ones. Keep our fingers crossed. Oh, it is hot out here today, so try to stay hydrated, people. Alright, alright, we're gonna go back out to the other way here and come out over by Chili's. Chili's, B-dubs. There's a work email, some continuing education courses that I was supposed to finish in February that are still not done. I got a lot of them done, but I still have 2 of them that are sitting out there that are like, what? So, yeah, well, I'll try to get those knocked out. I do believe I have training Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, so I don't know when I'm going to find time to do them. And I've been working on this document for a while, and then I realized that I just built it in such a way that it's got to all be redone because I can't get the output that I want. So, yeah, all the joys. All the joys of work. Alright. Yeah. Petco has dogs outside. Why? Why do they have their dogs outside? It is way too hot to be sitting out there on the pavement underneath, even though they're underneath a a tent thing. It's way too hot for them to be hanging out there. Alright, slow roll by Chili's, McAllister's, Moe's Southwest Grill. No orders. So we're gonna make a slow roll down the other way, across the freeway. Come on, people, don't take up the whole freaking drive. Sheesh. It's two ways. And you're in the far right lane, or far left, I guess it would be, coming their direction. So nothing over here. Alright, I'm going to pause this because it's a little slow right now, and when I get an order, we will jump back on. So we'll catch you in a minute. Alright guys, so we just accepted another order. I declined one that was like $4 for 4.5 miles at Taco Bell. So then I got one that was like $7.50-ish for, I don't know, maybe it was 4 miles, but at least it was more than $1 a mile. And so yeah, we're headed to Chepe's Mexican, I think it's called Chepe's Mexican Grill or something like that. But it's just right up the road here. So I'm gonna go pick that food up. We'll get it delivered, and yeah, we'll be back on after I pick it up. See you in a minute. All right, guys, we are back. We have picked up this food. It looks like it is 4 miles and 10 minutes. So yeah. Headed out and dodging cars. Oh. Okay, so this is 10 minutes. I am going to get there and deliver it, drop it off, and see, you know, what it looks like on the back end of it, and start going to the next one. It's 1:39. I got a little less than 2 hours to go, so we're trying anyway. We're gonna shoot for this $60-70 today, and we're gonna get partially there. I feel maybe we'll get lucky with some other orders. So I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna hit pause, and we'll catch you after I drop this off. See you in a minute. All right, guys, we are at $39 in 2 hours and 41 minutes. We have accepted 6 out of 9 offers today. This order was $7.50, and it was $3 base pay, $4.50 tip. So another successful delivery. So moving on. I don't know where I am and how to get back to. Where are we? This is what happens when you don't pay attention to where you delivered to. You just blindly following the GPS. Alright, so let's see what we can come up with. It's gonna take a little bit to get back into town or into Benton. I haven't spent a lot of time down in Benton the last 3 weeks since I've been back from vacation. And not a lot anyway. Some days is better than others on this end, and some days not. So obviously I can come down here. There's 2 or 3 restaurants that I usually like, and then there's a whole bunch that I hate getting orders from. But you know, I'm not a big fan of the Little Caesars down here. I don't know if they've gotten any better. I do like, there's a rock and roll sushi down here. There's one place that I have not had a single order at that I can remember in the last month that I would always get orders from otherwise, which is kind of interesting to me that I'm not getting orders from this little Asian place, a hibachi place called Yum Yum. And I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they're closed. I don't know if they said we had enough with DoorDash deliveries that they weren't going to accept them anymore, but I don't know how they can not accept them. They get hundreds of orders a day, it seemed like. But I don't know, maybe something's changed. Maybe it's just I've heard rumors, but I don't know that they're true. If DoorDash can flag people to Dashers that they don't want to get their orders, I don't know. Or I've heard also that they can flag their favorite drivers. I don't know if that's true. So I just don't know, because I'm not a restaurant. I don't know what their app looks like. But maybe. So $39 is pretty good. I don't need it. I'm happy with where I'm at. I could quit right now, but I got about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to go. I'd like to get up to $60, maybe $70 to hit $350 for the week, and I'm at almost 40. So that means that I would have to have some decent orders, you know, 2, maybe 3 $10 orders in the next hour and a half would be excellent. Now, right now, I don't think I'm going to get them, because it is dead silent down in here. But maybe someone decides, hey, I'm going to pay somebody some money to deliver some food. And I got a catering gig one time that it was on a weekend. I can't remember if it was a Saturday or Sunday, but yeah, it was way up over $100. Now I had to drive 30 plus miles, maybe 40 miles, I don't remember, but it was a long ways down there and a long ways back. It was a huge order, and they gave me a huge tip. I think it was like $120 total, maybe like $60 and a $60 tip or something. I don't remember, but it was huge for that day. I think that day I made over $200 in one day, and that's probably the best day I've ever had doing DoorDash. So you don't, at least around here, you don't get those ever. Very rarely. One time in the last year and a half. So, but you got to be at the right place at the right time and see what happens. I see they still haven't cleaned up downtown Benton. It is got gravel in the roads. It's got dug up parking places and around the main square here, and yeah, they haven't come back and filled them in with asphalt or anything. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? Are they waiting on parts that they did not get it back? Why haven't they filled in all of that stuff they dug up like 2 or 3 months ago? So yeah, drove around town square and did not get an order. So now I don't know what's going on. Well, I'm sure it's almost 2 o'clock on a Saturday, so who's eating lunch at 2 o'clock? I can handle eating some lunch at 2, but I don't know. We're gonna run over to do a quick drive-by Yum Yums and maybe see if they're even open, and then drive back over on the freeway and see if we can get something from Chepe's or someplace on the other side of the freeway, and then make a loop and go back towards Bryant, because this driving around and not getting any money is meaning that I'm on a slower pace, or the less likelihood. Every minute that I go without getting an order, it means less likelihood that I'm going to get my $30 I would like to get in the next hour and a half. I mean, $30 in an hour and a half is not undoable, right? Now it might be I see people coming out of there with food orders, so something ain't right. Why am I not getting any Yum Yum orders? I want to know. Oh well. I might get one that's like I drive away from the store. If Google has any answers for me. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna think about how to answer this thing, or how to ask the question. Okay, Google. Do restaurants that use DoorDash have a way to flag a DoorDash driver either positively or negatively?
Yes, restaurants that use DoorDash can rate drivers positively or negatively through the merchant portal or order manager app. They can also block specific dashers from delivering orders from their business if they have a negative experience.
Well, there you go. At least according to that one. And there is a high-paying offer for $5. I would not call that a high-paying offer. $5 for 2 miles. I'm going to accept it at a McDonald's, but it's not a high-paying offer. And now I'm off in this neighborhood, or not, I don't know. It's a weird place. I don't know how to get out of it. It's over by this Saline Memorial Hospital. And anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna run to McDonald's. It says it's less than 2 minutes away, and we'll pick that up and we'll catch up with you on the other side. All right, guys, we have the order in the car. We are 4 minutes away, 1.3 miles, and on the other side of the freeway. All right. So really not that far away, as the crow flies, as they say, but still not an easy way to get there. So alright, so fun time dashing. This will put us at about 44 bucks or so. We still got about an hour and 25 minutes. This delivery should be done in 3 minutes, so maybe we can get some more orders. Just, I don't care if we get 20 extra dollars by doing $4 or $5 orders, but it would be nice to get a decent order here and there, because right now the bigger orders are few and far between. So I was up late. We were up late watching The Diplomat, and then I stayed up after that trying to do some YouTube work. So I think I got a couple of shorts loaded for this afternoon. And then I got some other stuff, or I don't know if I got I think I maybe got one short and two shorts and one long play video loaded, ready to go. So yeah, I think they're all scheduled to go today, which just means that I need to get some more long play videos going every day, to stay on track with only being a couple weeks behind on those. I'd like to be able to catch up, but I haven't been able to. And then I would love to go and get a lot more shorts out there, but it takes, I don't know, it's taken me a while to get them, because for me to do shorts the way that I want to do them is I was cheating and using a software that cost money, and I quit doing that. And I might just go back to using it because it was pretty easy to use, but I'm trying to figure out how to do a software that I already pay for my daughter, in using Premiere Pro. But sheesh, Premiere Pro is hard to figure out all the details, but I think I'm about to where I can do a little bit more plug and play and just get a video in there and get it going. But there's a lot of just hidden features, and I don't get all the stuff that I really liked, but I'm trying to figure it out without incurring additional cost. What is this thing? So it's telling me I missed a turn somewhere, so I gotta go down here, make a U-turn and go back. So, and I got a car behind me, which is keeping me from just making a U-ey right here. So I will do it right here in front of them and wait for them to get around me. All right, where are we? Where? So, yeah, all the joys of doing YouTube is trying to figure out how to create the videos and give it some kind of a little bit of something in there that's not just, hey, here's a video of me talking. I think I have to turn down this road that's not a road. Or is that it up there? I think I have to turn right here. I have no idea where I'm going. Okay. I don't really think this is a road, but it looks like a driveway with multiple houses on it, is what it looks like. So, that's where we're going. And there's a car that just turned down here, so are they lost like me? Alright, people. Y'all gotta do something, because I gotta get down here and deliver this food. We're just gonna pull up in these people's dead grass. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, evidently I didn't hit pause there. So, still recording. I have pizza loaded up in a pizza bag and it says 6 minutes, 2.4 miles. So here we go. So it probably only took about 30 seconds to a minute. They just had to basically box it up. So that was very convenient. And I sent a message and a meme to Deborah, which is who we're delivering this to. And she just put 3 rolling on the floor laughing emojis back at me. So to me, that's a good sign. At least what I'll say is the probability of getting an extra tip just went up. Doesn't guarantee it, but when you can get your message to the customer and get a reply, then there's better chances of you getting a whatever. Getting an extra tip at the end. So fingers crossed, just like every order I have my fingers crossed that I will get an extra tip. I do all the stuff that I feel like I need to do by being attentive, taking care of their food, keeping it warm, delivering it in a reasonable amount of time, and yeah, doing all of those things. So we try, and sometimes we're rewarded with extra tips and sometimes we're rewarded with no tip. So it is what it is. It's all a big balancing act, but we have to go out there and make the money. So the reality with me is I am a driver for hire. I can't afford to do this with no pay. I'm not a believer that doing all of this work is for me to make zero money. I'm not a believer that taking orders for low pay or lower pay will net you negative dollars based upon the car, gas, maintenance, insurance, and all that stuff. Because some people believe that you're losing money. I'm like, okay, you might say that, but I have never lost money. I promise you. When I look at my 1099 I got from them last year, and I got $14,000. Well, I did not spend $14,000 on car insurance, gasoline, on car payments. I did not pay $14,000, and none of the stuff, none of the things that those people will throw in your face added up anywhere close to $14,000. So the reality is that yes, occasionally you're going to have car maintenance issues. You might even have a car payment. But I'm here to tell you, if you have a car payment, car maintenance, car insurance, and gasoline, if you're doing the job, if you're doing the work, you will make money. Okay? If you make excuses and say, well, I'm not going to accept those orders because I'm in the negative, then you will not make money. I can promise you that. Okay? There are some guarantees in life. If you do the work, you will make the money. If you don't do the work, you will not make the money. It's as simple as that. I go on this rant all the time, so I apologize, but it's one of the things that I believe in, that if you do the work, you don't make the excuses, you will make the money, right? If you have someone else paying your bills, then you have the luxury of making the excuses. Whether that's your mommy buying your food, paying for rent so that you can live wherever you live for free, if they are paying for your car insurance, if they are buying your car, then you have luxuries that most people don't have. And you, to me, need to keep your mouth shut, because it's not the same. You can blab all this garbage out that you want. It's like, oh, you're not making any money. It's like, well, guess what? If you have to do it, then you would know. But if you don't have to do it, you can make the excuses all day long and not have to worry about paying bills, right? And if you don't have to worry about paying bills, don't be a negative Nancy and telling people they're losing money out here doing DoorDash. I can tell you right now, I work my tail off doing DoorDash. It's easy work for me, and I make money doing it. Anyway, I got to deliver this food. We'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so $50.25 in 3 hours and 19 minutes. 8 out of 11, that was $6.25, $2.25 base with a $4 tip. Very nice return to Dash. So we are slowly but surely on our way. I got about another hour and 4 minutes. I gotta get some water. It is hot out here. And I'm trying not to hit anybody or anything. That's one negative about this particular car, is I don't have a freaking backup camera. There's people complaining about fireworks every day. Okay. Don't care. 90 degrees. It's hot out here. I don't know what the heat index is, but I gotta think it's pushing 100. Pushing 100. Whew. All right, one more hour. So most likely that just means 2 more deliveries. Unless I get a decent one that goes a long way, so then it'll be 1 more delivery. Or if I just don't get any more orders, then it might be none. it is hot. Alright, so I think I need a nap, but I try not to take naps anymore because then it just means that I don't sleep at nighttime. So hopefully I will get some rest, or go to sleep tonight at a decent hour. And then what's weird is we still have another whole day after today of not being at work. So I'm trying to figure out if we want to go somewhere and do something, but I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to work on YouTube, but I know I also need to do a bunch of other stuff, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're gonna sneak through town here, see if we get any orders. Hopefully they're $5 or more for 5 miles or less. I hope that I turned the AC on a little bit there. I really don't know, and I never think to come back and check my videos to see if since I got this mic, or I dug it out of a drawer, I haven't really gone back on all the videos that we used to make. I've released a lot of the videos, and I know the sound is a lot better, but there's sometimes when I turn the fan on, I could hear the fan when I was using the mic on the phone, but I don't know if you can hear the fan as much. Oh, I guess I got a green light. Whenever I'm using this microphone with this little air, like, I don't know what you would call that. It looks like a dust brush on the front of it, but it keeps a lot of the sound. It keeps the sound, but it doesn't let the air blow across the mic, so it doesn't pick up on as much stuff. Oh, that's interesting. I just got an order for Walgreens, and I don't even have shopping turned on, and it's 11.7 miles for a Walgreens. I am not going to accept that one. We're just going to let it decline, and my AR will go down again. So that's kind of frustrating that 11.7 miles for $5.75. Yeah, we can't be doing those, because 11 plus miles is probably going to take me a good 30 to 40 minutes there and back for $5.75, so that's not acceptable. So we'll keep looking. We will keep on looking. I mean, there's always a chance that those would give you, but that was most likely $5.75 base pay with a $0 tip. And possibly even the fact that it was a DoorDash mess up or something, because I don't know, one item at a Walgreens, and I don't even have the shopping turned on, so I can't comprehend why they would even send that to me. It's a little frustrating that they would. So I have been to like PetSmart or Petco or Pet something, where they have the bag full of stuff already shopped and you just go pick it up and deliver it. but never at Walgreens. I've never seen that before. I've had deliveries at convenience stores where they have it all at the counter waiting on you. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Usually it's after all the restaurants are closed. But yeah. So I just turned down a $5.75 that was going to take me at least 30 minutes or longer. All to get a $4 with 4.8 miles from a Panda Express. And the delivery is right close to Panda Express for $4 though. And I'm already going that direction. I just hate to waste $4 on that one. I think I will just let that one. I'm going to decline that one as well. So puts me down at 85%. So every DoorDash I decline, it is taking an AR away from me, because I don't have a lot of declines in my bucket, and they're all within the last few days. So yeah, that's gonna hurt me on that. So I'm gonna end up going for a stretch where I have to accept all these crap orders to keep my status above 70. I have a feeling it would be nice if I just get a big long stretch of $10 orders. And there's a $5.75 for 4.6 miles. So I'll go ahead and accept this one. It's not exactly what I want, but man, hopefully part of the mileage has to do with the fact that it's not the McDonald's here, it's the McDonald's down at the next exit. So we're gonna go down to Alcoa, cross over the freeway, and pick up that McDonald's for $5.75. And hopefully the delivery will be relatively close. Hopefully. It is, I feel like I'm in a little bit of desperation mode, because I could just easily see myself hitting decline, in the hopes of getting $10 orders, but the $10 orders are not coming today. So here's a sign that says it's 98 degrees out here. Mickey D's. I am starting to get hungry. All of those healthy snacks, carrots and blueberries and tomatoes and almonds, are not holding me over. And basically that was my breakfast and lunch, because I did not get up early today because I was up till like 4 o'clock working on YouTube videos. So I set my alarm for 10:30, so that was 4 to 10 is like 6.5 hours. So yeah, that's probably why I'm tired. And then I come out and do DoorDash in the heat, which drains you. And I didn't eat any kind of breakfast, so anyway, we're gonna get it. We're gonna go home. I got some leftover pizza, or maybe fix something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I am hungry. And McDonald's has got 2 drive-throughs, and there's cars in both of them, and the line is backed up. So I don't know how long it's gonna take them to get my order ready. Fingers crossed they knock this thing out. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, we are back, and where is this taking me? Okay, I gotta go out the back. No, I gotta go across the freeway. So it's trying to take me back that way and try to get across traffic to go across the freeway, when it's so much simpler just to go onto the access road, go underneath the freeway, make the loop, and then come onto the overpass. I blame DoorDash for the crappy GPS that they have, or the very outdated Google Maps version that they have. So in that regard, DoorDash needs to step it up and update their update the version of Google Maps that they have, because it is kind of crappy right now. At least sometimes you'll get out there and it's a new subdivision, they don't have it on there at all, right? I ran into that a couple weeks ago, where it was just like, sorry dude, this address is not even on the map at all. And he sent me a message and said, hey, I put an address that's just down the street because my address isn't in the map. And I'm like, how am I supposed to deliver it to you, right? Because I pulled it up in Google Maps without using whatever DoorDash version of the maps, and it couldn't find it in Google Maps either. So not that would have helped, but he was like, well, if you pull up on Apple Maps, and I'm like, dude, I don't have Apple Maps. What do you want me to do? So anyway, that was a late night mishap, and I got that order canceled, at least off of mine. I don't know if the person got any delivery or not, because I sat there in a Little Caesars parking lot for 30 minutes trying to go back and forth with the dude, find out where he lives, go back and forth with support, and finally I just said can't take me off of this order. I don't know if y'all give him his money back or tell him we can't deliver it because we can't find his address. So yeah, that was an interesting one. Okay, alrighty. these are in some apartments right here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit pause and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so that was interesting that this guy came out, picked up the food, and he was like, dude, those memes made my day, and asked me if I had Cash App and sent me an extra $5. So that was nice of him. So yeah, that was very nice of that dude. I don't know how to get money out of Cash App. I have no idea. I'll have to figure that out later. But anyway, mark as delivered. I'm gonna first send him an extra message over here. I need to save this in there, but I don't. So that puts me at $56, 9 out of 14 today. $5.75, $2.75 plus $3 tip, plus he added $5 more to Cash App. So that was freaking awesome, which would put me at 61 on the day. And here's another McDonald's for a 2.7 miles. So I will accept that one and figure out where this McDonald's is. I think it's the McDonald's in, is this the McDonald's in Benton and Bryant? Yep, so I just got to go down to Bryant. If I can figure out how to get out of this place. I think I'm going to go this way. So this one could be my last order today. Or I might try to shoot for one more after this one. It just depends on if I'm within 257. So if I'm at like 215 or 315 or so before, by the time I deliver this one, then I might try to get one more order, because one more order I think puts me up over let's see, this order puts me over well, I'm already over 60 with that tip. So if I get one more order after that, it'll put me over 70 bucks, which is my goal for the day. So if I have to work a little bit extra for that $70, then I will do it. Alright, so good times. It is hot out here. I'm glad I have my Lark water bottle. Check that out in the link below for the Rambling Dasher store on Amazon. So this might be a good time right now, between now and the time we get to McDonald's, to talk about some of the other links that we have down below. So I haven't talked about personal finance in a while, but if you're looking to do any kind of investing, and one of the things I recommend for Dashers is to take $25 a week and put it into something like SPY, which is a exchange traded fund. You can do that through my link down below with Robinhood. Just to open up an account with Robinhood, you can use the link. If you deposit money in there, then I get something and you get something. What? I feel something is flying or crawling on my legs. But use that link below, do your research, but look at SPY or Vanguard ETF, S&P 500, and those two funds are cheap, low expense funds that have performed, and they mimic the S&P 500. So over a 40-year window, if you got 8%, which those two funds have averaged over 10% for the last 40 years. So if you put $25 a week in, for the next 40 years, you will have well over $1 million if it continues at 8%. So I do it. I try to get my kids to do it. I would try to get anyone to do that, especially the younger you are, the better off, and you get used to doing the $25. So all it takes is maybe 2 extra hours of DoorDash in a week to get $25. So if you set your goal and you say, hey, I'm gonna make $300 on DoorDash, and then you dash 2 extra hours, take that $2 extra hours and put it into something like SPY, and you will be happy in the end, I promise you. McDonald's has got a lot of cars in the parking lot today, which is fairly odd. But anyway, what other, oh, if you want to leave me a tip, if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, if you want to just say, hey, I enjoy your channel, feel free to buy me a cup of coffee, or you can go straight to my, I think it's Venmo on there, and just you know, send me a tip, buy me some gas, buy me a drink, whatever. I would greatly appreciate that. There's a couple other things on there I can't remember right off the top of my head, but those are the ones that for Robinhood I use to do all of my personal investing, and I've moved 401ks into Robinhood because it doesn't cost me anything. There's no fees associated with their the accounts that I use. I do use their gold account because it costs $5 a month, but I get benefits that far outweigh the $5. So there's that kind of stuff. But yeah, go in there and check out in the description of every video. It has links to different either affiliates or different things that help me, and they can help you as well. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I will be right back. All right, guys, we have the food loaded up. They brought it to the window right about, I don't know, within about 15 seconds after I walked in. So that was good. That is usually not the case at this McDonald's. And I really don't get that many orders at this McDonald's. But still, and it's not that far away. It says less than a mile and 3 minutes. So yeah, kind of looking out on this one here. Oh, and then I got cars backed up here that are not gonna let me in. All right, appreciate it, dude. You're the best. Why these people decide on a 2-lane road they gotta stick right to the the inside lane where traffic is trying to get onto the access road. They can't just move over. But sometimes people just are not considerate. I think if we were more considerate of others, then the world would be a better place. And if people would give me $1 million, it would be a better place. It would be a better place for all, mainly me. Alright, we are about at this place. I'm gonna hit pause if I even started the video. I did. So I will catch you on the other side. Alright, we are back. We're at $61 plus $5 to Cash App tip, and that puts us at 66. We are 10 out of 15, and 10 out of 15 offers, 4 hours and 14 minutes, and that one was $2 dash $3 tip, and we will continue dashing and hope for another big order or whatever, but at least $5. If I got a $4 one for a low mileage, I would take it. I really don't want any more low orders just because I don't want to decline anything and get my AR even farther down right before I end the dash. So I hate that. I don't like doing that. So anyway, whoo, it is hot out. H-O-T, hot. Alright, we got Wendy's, we got Taco Bell, we got McDonald's, we got Chick-fil-A right over in this area. I got Popeyes, I don't know, every once in a while I get an Arby's or Burger King, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, something over on the other side of the freeway. Cracker Barrel, Pasta Jacks, Bobalicious, Firehouse Subs, Kentucky Fried Chicken. We got it all. We got it all. I don't think of anything. A Sonic right here. There's a Yum Yum over down this way. There's a Yum Yum over that way. But nobody's ringing the bell right now. Somebody's gonna have to ring it pretty quick. Come on. I need an order in the next 2 minutes. DoorDash, don't fail me now. DoorDash, don't fail me now. And it's just sitting there. The phone dinged, but I don't know that that was the DoorDash. Your auto ship was delivered. I gotta get the dog food off the front porch. Okay, come on, DoorDash. Sheesh. I'm in the zone right here. And nothing. And nothing. Well, it looks as though I'm gonna stop on $66. I got 15 minutes. I'm gonna drive over here for another 5 minutes and just see if something pops up that I can get delivered. Because I hate to give up on this with this short amount of time left and a short amount of money needed to reach the goal. So DoorDash, quit jacking with me. Quit jacking with me, please. We're gonna go over by the Pizza Hut on the other side of the Walmarts. There's the Chicken King. No cars in the parking lot as usual. Here's somewhere. I must have just passed it because I'm turning in where I thought I was turning in, but it's not there. Copper Mule. Nothing from Copper Mule. I haven't had anything from that Denny's over there in months, which is for the best, I promise you. For the best. Oh, look at that. Another Walgreens for 1.3 miles, red card required, and I don't have the freaking red card with me. So why are they sending me this crap? Because I have it turned off. That is some crap. Did I accidentally turn that on? Yeah, somehow it's turned on. Somehow it is turned on. I don't know how that got turned on. Well, that stinks. That stinks because that cost me an AR when it shouldn't. So nothing from Pizza Hut, nothing from the local tavern. Come on. You think $60 is too much for me today? I guess they do. I guess they do. That's frustrating. All these restaurants, all my priority, and I don't get anything. Why not? All right. Well, I'm gonna pull down into my my street to go home, and once I get past there, I will turn off the dash. But there we get 6:37 for Papa John's. I will take it out. It's 2.9 miles. Probably have to wait on it for 15 minutes, but we're gonna get the number. Yay! Don't fail me now, Papa John's. Don't fail me now. Maybe I'll go ask them if they have any messed up pizzas that I can take home. I've got them there before. There's one tree here, but I can't get in the shade. Alright. It's 3:20. I need this to be quick. We'll see you on the other side. Alright guys, we have picked up our last order. I am going to mark it to say pause the orders after this delivery. It is 2.7 miles, 6 minutes, and where am I going? And how do I get there? Okay. Okay. I'm right there with you. Now. So yeah, a good Saturday, even though it was, as they say, nickel and dimed me all the way to the finish line, but I will at the end have over $70. So I'm happy about that. It puts me up over $350 for the week. Happy about that. Because I haven't got $350 a week since I've been back from vacation. So and I've cut my hours back considerably as well. I knocked off Friday nights, which is usually one of the better nights. So I'm glad to be able to get this Saturday in there to kind of get that number up a little bit for this week, and hopefully we'll just keep plugging away the rest of the summer and try to get 300 every week, even if we have to scatter in a Saturday or Sunday afternoon or something along the way. So ideally though, we would get that 300 by doing it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Yeah, but anyway, but I'm happy, I'm glad. I still am kind of just surprised that that dude is like, hey, I want to give you a Cash App. I was like, all right. So that was nice. That was nice of them to be able to do that. I appreciate it. So, and then we are gonna go. I'm gonna go home, probably wash up a little bit, just because it's freaking hot out here, and then go find some food for an late lunch, early dinner, and then probably have some ice cream at home later tonight, maybe, most likely. So yeah. Whew. So this thing is up this road here in about 1.4 miles. I don't know if it's in a neighborhood or just on. There's not many places that are right on this road. So it may try to tell me that it is, Now I have to turn and go into a little tiny neighborhood, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go deliver this food. I'll be back to do a recap and then yeah, wrap up this show. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, that should wrap up our day. That was $6.37, which put us at $67.37 plus 5 is $72.37. 11 out of 17. Wow, I declined a few. In 4 hours and 33 minutes. So I'm gonna end the dash. Yeah, 347.63 on the week. We are finito. So anyway, let's go. Let me just double check my stats for the day, ratings, see if anything popped up. Platinum status overall, I dropped to 84%. Oh, and look there, I hit a completion rate of 100 now. There they got another order here. 82% or 92% on time or early. 5.0 rating, 156 deliveries in the last 30 days, and I'm up to 2713 on lifetime deliveries. So I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. It has been a good day today, so doesn't mean we don't have things to rant about, right? So thanks for following along. Be sure to hit the like button and hit that subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, appreciate you. Have a great one. See you next time.